Good Wednesday morning. I'm meteorologist Byron Douglas on this Wednesday, October 8th. Boy, we're going to transition into some agreeable weather as this front has cycled on through. We're here each weekday morning starting at 8:30. We'll have Mitch up in a moment. Casey's helping out 14 News this evening down at the Fall Festival. Let's check out the winds behind the front. They'll be out of the northeast. It's going to be fairly breezy throughout the day. The winds will pick up. We'll take a look at our potential gust here in a moment. I'll say good morning to some folks. Let's take this full here. So it will be breezy. Pretty typical behind an October front. Winds there at 16 miles an hour, at 10 up to 18. And you can even see some gust up 20 to 25. Lewis, and then JT, Jason, Cheyenne, Kiana, hope I'm getting everyone's name right, Cynthiana. Appreciate you tuning in. Stephanie, thanks for tuning in. If you have some rainfall reports, we would appreciate it from yesterday, but a dry board here on Doppler radar. We did have record rainfall from yesterday for the 7th of October. I'll get to that in a moment. Louisville had their biggest rain of the year. They had 4 to 5 inches of rain. Had a lot of accidents there yesterday, or flooded roadways. Even had a Learjet skid off the runway, but everybody was all right. That was outside of our viewing area. All the precipitations to the northeast. We've had 2.77, and we averaged just a little under 3. And we had a 92 in 2007. That record high came after the conclusion of the Fall Festival because it started on the 1st. The warmest day, they did have temps in the lower 90s on that first Saturday in October, and 28 in 1987. What's significant about 1987, the warmest day of the month was on Halloween during the day with highs at 82. That was it. Let's go back, and I believe I have this queued up. Now, yesterday we had 2.34. In the rain gauge, we knocked out the previous rainfall record, precipitation record of 2.15. So way back in 1900 overall during that time frame. So we don't have many record highs on the books for that last that long. And let's run down our card here so far. We had that high of 82 yesterday with that breakout sunshine. So we'll be transitioning into some cooler weather, and that's that 2.34 there in the rain gauge. Here's the guidance. We'll go from the Climate Prediction Center today, and I showed some of this on 14 News Sunrise. The 8 and 14-day outlooks, we're guiding above normal. That is the trend. Even some lower 80s in here next week. And let's see if all the burn bans now have been kicked out. They dropped Spencer yesterday, of course, with that good soaking. So we have no burn bans, which is great. All right, the cloud guidance, I think this is a little underdone with the winds tilting out of the northeast. I think we'll have it with all the moisture in play. We had 2 to 3 inches of rain. I think we'll see those billowing cumulus clouds at times during the afternoon, but a lot of descending air which compresses the air and takes care of most of the clouds. So as we go hour by hour, it looks like this. Lower 70s, even at lunchtime, upper 60s. So some of you, I'm at the point in life where I will have a little light jacket on for a little bit. Mitch is over here and is like, Mitch doesn't need a jacket, you know. All right, let's go forward now. The mowing forecast, whatever you're doing outdoors, you should be good to go. I put in a small chance in for a sprinkle on Saturday, but all green across the board. Maybe it's a little too wet to get into the grass today if you had those with the big rains yesterday, but it's trending better during the afternoon. See the arrows there are scooting along. We put those in for those breezy conditions. Mainly clear of clouds. That goes through tonight, through our Wednesday, and then I'll just kind of cycle through Thursday here pretty quickly. Mainly clear, maybe just a little less breezy as we go through tomorrow. And we'll use a wide view here for Friday. Of course, that'll be a very busy day at the Fall Festival. A few clouds coming in, and this will be our coolest Friday night for football. Temperatures pretty quickly will be diving into the 60s there at kickoff. So there's the 7-day forecast. We'll take this full. Maybe I wanted to say a hot chocolate watch there for the fall ball games on Friday night. But look at Thursday night. Look at that 42 carries over into Friday. And 14 News, Leslie Chapman. I've talked to Leslie, a reporter here, that this is her morning show. So we appreciate you folks tuning in. And good morning to you and JT and Jason, just a few of you. Mitch is in the house. We'll have the news for you in a moment. Have a great day, everybody.
100 on your local news and weather throughout the day by watching the 14 First Alert streaming shows. At 8:30 a.m., get your First Alert forecast to plan the day ahead and catch up on the news that happened overnight with the 14 News Sunrise team. In the afternoon, get the latest headlines, forecasts, and a preview of the stories we're working on with the 14 First Alert streaming show at 2:30. And get an in-depth look at the 14 First Alert forecast so you're ready for the next big thing with the 14 First Alert weather show at 9 p.m. Watch the 14 First Alert streaming show that fits your schedule and works best for you. Streaming on your phone by downloading the 14 News app and the 14 First Alert weather app. On your smart TV by using the 14 News streaming app. And stream anytime on Facebook, YouTube, or on 14news.com. Stay connected and stay informed by watching the 14 First Alert streaming shows on your favorite streaming devices.
Well, good morning and thanks for joining us here for the news portion of your 8:30 stream show. I'm Mitch Carter. Casey Mason is working some night side tonight here for the rest of the week, working alongside Robinson Miles out there bringing you live coverage at the Fall Festival. So just me and Byron for the rest of the week here. But starting us off here, speaking of the Fall Festival, it is continuing. And yesterday the weather was much more on our side, leading to a busy night on West Franklin Street. And along with all the food in the half pot, there were also several events throughout the day. Emma Beck was there for us to see the Tri-State's undiscovered talents in night 2 of Amateur Hour. Check it out.
Well, it was a beautiful day 2 here at the Westside Nut Club Fall Festival, and let me tell you, it was a beautiful clear day, a beautiful clear night, but the night wasn't over before some people got to show their hidden talents in day 2 of the Amateur Hour, a fan favorite for sure, and let me tell you, Evansville's got some talent. Singing, dancing, and playing instruments were just a few of the acts that took the Bossy stage tonight for Amateur Hour. And the crowds were loving it. Some acts were a little seasoned.
This is my 14th year of competitive dance, and I want to say at least 13 of Fall Festival.
And some were a little bit newer to the stage.
I've done it for like 4 years now, or yeah, 4. This is my 2nd year doing it.
But no matter how often you get up in front of the Fall Festival crowds, some jitters are, of course, expected.
Backstage, I was really nervous, and I was like, I don't have any confidence, and then when I got on stage, I had a lot of confidence. I was excited. I messed up, but it's okay.
And although first place winners get to perform again in Friday's showcase, the award isn't what it's all about.
It's less about like having an award, and it's like a lot of fun. You get to like show off what you've been doing.
We will of course be live from right here on West Franklin Street all throughout the week. And these crowds, I'll tell you, surely are not going anywhere. Reporting from the Fall Festival, Emma Beck, 14 News.
And of course, Amateur Hour was not the only fun on tap last night. The King and Queen contest was held immediately after. A crowd there gathering as contestants from nearby schools made their way up and across the stage. Judges and last year's winners joined the contestants on stage there as the MC introduced each pair. And finally, the winner was announced. This year's king is Harlan Rowe, and the queen is Adelaide Wildeman from Resurrection Catholic School.
Because there were a lot of other good girls that I thought were definitely going to get it, but I got it, and I'm really happy.
Well, the King and Queen candidates are 8th graders who were voted by their peers to represent their schools. In addition to bragging rights, the Queen also received a tiara, a trophy, and a dozen roses. Meanwhile, a special fundraiser on West Franklin, the Fraternal Order of Police Lodge 73, that's booth number 5, doing something very special for Evansville Police Officer Sam Taylor. Officials say they're collecting donations for Officer Taylor's recovery. As we told you, he was shot in the line of duty last month. The food at their booth this year includes a pork parfait, a spicy mac and cheese sandwich, and more. Officials saying they appreciate everybody's continued support.
It's just been really cool to see the outpouring of support from the community. I was working here yesterday and people just came up and we didn't even really have anything set out, and people just came up and started handing us money for him, and it's really heartwarming to see people and how much they care about him and his family.
You can, of course, go by the booth today and scan that QR code or simply give cash for the fundraiser. If you need some help getting to West Franklin Street here, we've got a map for you. Mets will have a lunchtime shuttle to and from the Fall Festival. Officials say there will be several pickup and drop-off locations near the Civic Center. So that's going to run every half hour from 11 to 2 today through Friday. The drop-off and pickup area on West Franklin Street will then be at Wabash Avenue every quarter hour, so every 15 minutes. More information on the route can be found on 14news.com, but important note here, officials say that standard bus fare does apply for all passengers. Right now it is 8:40 here on your Wednesday, day 3 of the Fall Festival. Of course, we had the Nut Clubbers on this morning with a special announcement. The Donut Burger is back for those of you who are fans out there. Exciting news. Of course, like I said, 8:41 here now. Please enjoy the rest of your Wednesday. We've got past the rain here. Going to be very fall-like the rest of the week. Looking great for the Fall Festival out there. For those who are joining us this morning, we appreciate you. Have a great day, and we'll see you back here bright and early tomorrow. Take care.